Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Graded Point Live. If you have not abandoned us for EVS's live stream, we appreciate it. Thank you. Because he literally just went live.
Yeah. Well, and our waiting went from like 6 to 3. So
Yeah. You're like, oh. I mean, I would have left, honestly, if I didn't have to.
yeah, I was like, oh, screw this.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got some interesting topics tonight. But first, let's talk about this tweet here. You can see it's by Piper. Yeah, she made a... These kind of gigs are rewarding in that you really have to bust ass and it feels good seeing the results. But I'm also stripped of all femininity in the process. And my body does not like me doing this shit. And poor Lobo doesn't get many walks. So I had to ponder this a little bit. Had to think about it. Very rewarding. You have to bust your ass, but you're stripped of all femininity, and your body does not like you doing that. So the only thing I can think that Piper's a power lifter now. And here's a picture of her powerlifting.
Wow. Wow.
You look very impressive, just want to say. You still got that smile, though. That's what matters, right?
Yeah.
You still...
Yeah.
Ooh, topless Piper. Yeah. She finally showed the bobs. It's funny because I follow this guy on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. His name's Eddie Hall. And I looked at this. I was like, I said, I'm gonna do this joke, and I realized I was like, oh wow, Eddie has similar. I mean, they're not the same, but similar tattoos. You know, in the chest area. You know, I'm like,
yeah, and the fact that they're like symbols.
Yeah, it was freaking perfect. and the shit-eating smile he has is just made it even better.
He's missing the crazy eyes, though.
Oh, trust me, I could find some with crazy eyes. That was just...
Nice.
Failure by winning says swole. I mean, I got to give you credit, you know, from the last time I saw you, you know, on camera to now, you really put into work. So, I mean,
oh yeah,
good job. Wonder which kanji symbol that is. I don't know. Because he's kind of at an angle, so, you know. And also when he's like, got his arms like, you know, like when he's flexing, you know, in the upward angle, he's got underneath his arms, he has tattoos that says beast mode.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Let's put it this guy has the world record for deadlift. He lifted 1,100 pounds.
Whew.
Yeah.
That is
very
impressive.
Is
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even, I don't think right now I could lift 100 pounds. I'd be like, I'd be gasping. You know, doing that, you know.
Probably same here.
Oh, what are you talking about? You're you. That's you. You know, you could have.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I could lift the truck.
Yeah. Piper just goes like, just starts tossing implements around like it's nothing.
Right. I'm just worried that once I get this bug running, that I'm not going to fit in it anymore.
You know, that's the big problem for powerlifters that I've noticed, and you know, strongmen. They're so big.
Ooh, yeah.
That they can't fit into most things. Because
I mean, buying clothes already has to suck ass. Like you're limited to like muscle shirts.
Like this one that I follow, his name's Brian Shaw. He is 6'5" and he weighs in around 430. And he had to get an Uber one day, and the guy driving the Uber had like a little, like a, almost like a Prius.
Oh no!
And he was able to get in it. A lot of position, a lot of shifting and everything. But by the time he got out, he said he was so cramped up, like his abs are cramped and everything like that, that he couldn't.
Oh no!
He said it's going to take me about an hour to stretch back out.
Oh man! This fucking gnat. God
Get
damn
it. See, now you got the strength. You can just.
Right? I just gotta catch the fuckers. The problem is too fast.
Beast mode would not mean werewolf. Well, does not mean werewolf mode. I mean, well, they're both beasts, though, right?
Right? It means werewolf mode to me. Same difference.
That's one of the things I was like. That really drew me to Shinobi Sasquatch. Was that it's a Sasquatch that's also a werewolf and a ninja. I'm like,
yeah.
Why the hell not? Let's go.
Right? It's got it all.
Yeah. I need to
something
talk
for everybody in there. There's Mata. I was about to say we're missing our Mata.
Yeah. Damn, he's huge. Yeah. Big guy, right? No, but I need to talk to Cal again and try to get him on the show because I like the look of his book. The art's great. Need to.
Yeah.
And I know you want to talk to somebody else about werewolves and things like.
Oh yeah.
It was such an interesting concept, right? I was like, nobody ever thought, okay, you've got a Sasquatch, right? Who is a ninja, who also becomes a werewolf. Like, I don't know about you folks.
Yeah.
But that's brilliant.
I think there should be a lot more explanation or, exploring the concept of if you go by getting bitten by a werewolf makes you one, non-humans getting bit. It's always humans getting bit. But what if like I don't know, like a freaking cute dwarf got bit or something?
Yeah, like a gnome or or something like that, or a hobbit, something small. Became a werewolf. Like, yeah, that would be interesting.
Original idea, don't steal.
Yeah. My OC, donut steal.
Yeah, donut steal.
Yeah.
My OC.
You better go write that shit down, honestly. That'd be a good exploratory. Where elves. See, I think.
Yeah.
It's funny in Warcraft they've kind of touched on that the curse of the Worgen started with night elves because they were trying to they basically was what they were calling a forbidden for druids. It was a forbidden form.
Oh yeah.
And the forbidden form was to become it was the spirit of what they call Goldrin, which is the wolf god, right? But the problem is Goldrin is very wild, and so when they became Goldrin, they actually became crazy. And would just murder anything in their path, kind of thing. Bats
killed that little son of a bitch.
Bats that turn into wolves mid-flight. That would. Ooh, little flying little bat wolves. That would be.
Oh man.
What's the condition that they like? Is it lycanthropy?
Lycanthropy. Yeah.
Yeah, lycanthropy. Yeah, so it would be an interesting exploration. For a storyline. Like, what if other things besides humans could be turned into werewolves? I just looked at my Godzilla poster and I was like,
Oh, yeah. I thought I killed it, but there's another one. Where the fuck is these little shits coming from? I'm mad.
You know what you need? You need that.
Oh, my God. Where Godzilla?
Yeah, where Godzilla? That would be
Where's Zilla?
Where's Zilla? Yeah. It's like we just had to make it a werewolf, didn't we? Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to draw this, man. I'm just imagining like a werewolf like trying to gnaw on his foot, his toe, or something. Though, I mean, he catches the werewolf whatever from it, but at the same time, that werewolf didn't do shit. Like he didn't even notice. It would be like getting bit like by a radioactive spider to Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh yeah! All of a sudden, Godzilla can like climb mountains, no problem. Like,
Let's get some fur and even bigger claws.
Have his he would have like canines pop out and
start howling and stuff.
with bat wolves, you could imagine them looking up to see a snarling wolf landing on you out of nowhere. I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Well, the thing is, like, I think I'd want to keep them scaled, the same size, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to like make gigantic, like little bitty bat becomes gigantic werewolf. Like, no, make it still be tiny, but
maybe the bat gets a tiny bit bigger, but not full on when a dude turns into a wolf size.
Yeah.
Dude, I can see this, man. It starts with a werebat is how like some of the other ones get got.
Right.
But Godzilla sized monster definitely got by something that can actually poke its skin.
Well, you can make it like another kaiju that could be infected.
Yeah.
And then infected Godzilla.
Nice.
That would be a joke. I would make it a joke where he would get it, but then eventually he would be so angry he cures himself somehow.
Out of anger.
Yeah. Well, that's like a joke in basically in Godzilla Goes to Hell that he's just too angry to die.
Well, I can see it though because he's huge and has already got like the radioactive. I mean, that could probably kill it right there.
Yeah.
So it probably would run its course with like Godzilla, and then he'd stop having.
Well, it's things like okay, let me use Wolverine for an example, right? Wolverine is like kind of impossible to make him like a vampire or a werewolf or something because of his healing factor,
Yeah.
Because the virus would burn itself out before it could fully. I mean, I think he would briefly change, but it would eventually burn out,
Yeah.
Is this some kind of weeb shit? What did I say about the weeb shit? I mean, it's not weeb. We're talking about like
this is not weeb shit.
We're brainstorming about werewolves because Piper's been working out, and this is the result.
Beast mode.
Yeah, beast mode. I mean, also, since it was all tied to an area at the time of day. Well, yeah, okay. Like, there are some stories that require the full moon for a werewolf. There are some stories that don't require the full moon for a werewolf. It's all in the interpretation, right?
Yeah.
I like the idea of it being a virus-like, like.
Well, sometimes it's shown as a virus, but like the full moon still has effect.
Mm-hmm.
But not always, because I honestly sometimes like it where the full moon definitely enhances it, makes them less controllable, because the full moon does weird shit to people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that I like it when it's like an emotional control thing.
So kind of like the Hulk transforming.
Yeah, where it's like the more you are losing control or losing touch with your own humanity and stuff like that, the more you actually shift.
Yeah, because the original Hulk was he turned to the Hulk at night, right? It had nothing to do with anger.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, and then they changed it to anger, and plus he was gray at first too.
Man Wolf just kind of turned it random. Yeah, see, sometimes it's portrayed differently. I think original like sources of the myth definitely relied heavily on symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole reason that the werewolf kind of myth came about, at least for like in the European versions, very much had to do with people losing control of losing their own humanity was the symbolism there.
Mm-hmm. And it's back to night only in the Immortal Hulk. Okay. Well,
interesting.
That's interesting. But let's see. Okay. Am I the only one who remembers when Captain America was fighting and then became a werewolf? I remember Cap Wolf. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, man.
Did you ever see that? Like the art for that? That was great. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yes.
Let's see if I can find that. Hold on a minute. Give me just a second. Live boomer hours. Give me just a moment.
Marvel Legends cap comes with Cap Wolf head. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Okay.
And Ma Wolf was in the 2015 Carnage run. I missed that entirely.
All right, what the hell is this bullshit? Fucking A.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was the stuff from the original cover. Look at that. That's so awesome.
Woo! I need that picture just because. Well, no, fuck patriarchy.
Yeah.
I would change that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
What's going on here?
I
Final fate of Catwolf. He doesn't look as good in that picture. Like,
yeah, I mean, I see what they're trying to do with it,
mm-hmm.
but it also kind of looks a little lazy since everything else is detailed.
I like this one. It's a good. I mean, you can't really make it out too. Wait, maybe this one here. Oh, I don't want. Don't want to show somebody else's thumbnails. Oh yeah, here you go. See, that's a cool Catwolf.
Fizz giggity fetish night, Jesus.
Oh no, we just kind of got on the subject. Was this from the book?
Yeah, we actually did not. We haven't mentioned sex yet.
Yeah, no.
I would definitely go watch a Catwolf movie. I would have to.
All right, this one looks like they're just going to get ready to dance. Look. They're just like.
Well, I might have to go backtrack and see about catching that. I was already starting to lose interest in Marvel
Mm-hmm.
even around 2015. Not hardcore, but I was also starting to be too poor to keep up with it. And Carnage just happened to be one of those that I wasn't super up on.
Yeah.
So, Brazzers Catwolf porn parody. What?
I don't want to hear nothing more. No more. No more. That's
right,
enough.
right.
Okay. Now let's go to the really crazy news for tonight. Captain Marvel's Brie Larson shows off Jedi realness on Instagram. If there is one site besides Twitter that I would like to see burned to the ground, it is Instagram.
Yes, seriously.
Because then we wouldn't get headlines of dumb person wearing robe suddenly Jedi.
Yeah.
The Force is strong with Captain Marvel star Brie Larson in this new Star Wars inspired photo. In a post on Instagram, Larson shared a photo of herself wearing Jedi robes and wielding a lightsaber. The background is edited to appear like some sort of Imperial ship. The category is Jedi realness, she wrote in the caption.
Well, that was so fucking creative, let me tell you.
God, she looks just as much planky as she does as anything else she does. Like,
right?
God. Ugh.
This fan art is so good, it's real. Article number, really, seriously.
Mm-hmm. Without Instagram, how would people get their e-thought fix? Well, they can just, they can go buy some bathwater. I don't know.
E-thoughts are everywhere. Instagram did not invent them.
The Force is strong with this one. Midichlorians off the charts. Her co-star Samuel L. Jackson, who played Mace Windu in Star Wars prequels, agreed in the comments. Does Samuel L. Jackson want to fuck her?
I think so.
Because he's been standing for her quite a bit.
Yeah. I think he's trying to get some boring white girl push.
Yeah. I mean, I thought black guys like big asses.
I don't know.
Cause she ain't got no ass.
Yeah, right. I know, right?
Yeah. So she ain't got no ass. What's up?
Maybe there's a fetish for super generic white super stereotypical generic white blonde.
I mean, honestly, you look at her and she just looks like, kind of like that, the Party City costumes and the models.
Yeah, I know.
And the models who wear them.
Yeah.
That's
right?
That's what she looks like. She doesn't stand out at all.
But they smile at least.
Yeah, she doesn't. It's not standing out. This is not a standing out like, hey, look at me. I'm a,
yeah, this is just, it's my normal freaking face. Now I'm wearing this. Yay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How in the world did this person ever get any kind of...
If you look really far back, she used to actually, like, emote. Like, look like she had emotions way back. I think something happened at some point that turned her into a... this.
On the press tour for Captain Marvel, Larson expressed her desire to play a Jedi Knight. It's so cool. I wish I was a Jedi, Larson said in the February interview.
Oh my God.
And every Star Wars fan said no. When Jackson pointed out that diehard fans will become very invested in you once you take on such a role, she didn't appear phased at all. I got to hold his lightsaber. Wait a minute. No. I'm just gonna might have to edit this out. What the hell?
Wow.
I got to hold his lightsaber.
Woo.
He brought it to me on set on May the 4th, and I cried. Wow.
Serious? Wow.
That's
It is maximum doubt because that would require having some kind of emotions.
Either that. Oh God, I don't know if I should say this or not. Should I say it? What do you think?
If it's what I'm thinking, go ahead.
Either that or Mace's fucking packing.
I thought so. That will make you tear up whether you want to or not.
She looked good. She looked good in the Scarlet Pilgrim, but she played the haughty, bitchy character, so herself. Okay, let me do this like a Red Letter video for what Rapture said.
I touched a
lightsaber on May 4th and I cried.
This will make nerds clap.
Let the Force Brie with you. That'll be the tag.
I hate that that's actually pretty catchy and cute. God damn it.
Yeah. We just need to find another Brie for it. Like,
yeah, seriously.
Piper, change your name to Brie. So,
oh, God damn it.
That's how it works. Brie's a Sundont. Not Sundere, Sundont. I cried, so it was cool. I want to be a Jedi, she added. The new photo brings her just another step closer to making her dream a reality. I mean, what? Why? This keep happening. Like, J.J. Abrams gets his son to write Spider-Man. Like, that wasn't nepotism at all, right?
Right.
No nepotism whatsoever in that regard. And now, is Brie Larson going to try to social media herself to into Star Wars? Is that what's going to happen?
She's trying.
Wonder if she'll do her own stunts in that too.
Right. She's basically like, man, Disney paid me a lot to not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I want some more of that.
She wants to be a Jedi, except Jedi aren't real. I mean, don't crush your dreams, man. Come on. What's even more hilarious is they think fake crying photo ops work like that. Like, come on, AOC got trolled hard for trolling for emotions. Oh, did you ever see the other angle on those pictures?
Yes, yes.
She was yelling at an empty parking lot. I'm like,
yeah,
yep. And the door was open.
Yeah.
They could have walked in. Like, like, you idiots.
Yep.
And now I guess she wants to
Bless
ruin
that
Star Wars.
person that was taking pictures of her getting her pictures taken.
Yeah. I mean, I knew it was a fake photo, but
Well, yeah.
I didn't know it was that fake. Like, there was literally nobody there to talk to. Just some guard on like the at the posted at the gate that was open. Like you could have just walked in. What? As long as she doesn't direct any more movies. It was like an Onion article come to life. Yeah, no. It's pretty bad, man.
And her faces, AOC's faces were so freaking like.
Yeah, she's like looking at the camera. The thing is, the thing that bugged me about the whole when she had one looking at the camera.
Yeah,
I was like, that's genuine.
Yeah,
That's genuine. I really feel that.
she is definitely not an actress. That's for
Mecha Random did a video that implied they wanted her to play Ahsoka. God, please kill that character off already. Well, I like
Oh
Ahsoka.
my god. I do not want her to beat her.
I don't want
at all.
I mean, the thing is, I hated Ahsoka at first. Like when
me too,
when
a
Clone
little
Wars first
bit.
came out. She grew on me as the time went on. She was awesome
Yeah.
in Rebels. Like.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. If they let her play Ahsoka, I might have to end myself. Like, just be
Right?
done.
Because I already don't want to watch any more Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
because of Disney. But if they still do that to Ahsoka, man.
Ahsoka's fine after she left Clone Wars. Brie could play Bastila. No. Okay, now yes, Bastila's performance in on Knights of the Old Republic was very wooden, but that was the sign of the time. That was not. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, Ahsoka is still alive. Ahsoka lived through Order 66. That is canon. She wasn't really that old at the end of Rebels. She was just, wearing robes and shit. Oh, okay. She's a good character. I don't want her ruined, and the only way to prevent that is to just kill her. Okay.
I'll kill her before anybody get their hands on her.
Yeah. Well, Ahsoka wasn't killed because the Rex, who's the trooper with her, had already taken out his control chip. So, and then there was some wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff
Right?
that came into play. She could play a Night Sister zombie. But yeah, no, Ahsoka lived through it. She had this amazing duel with Vader. Like, I thought it was a really good duel. Did you ever see that, Piper?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, it was. They had a confrontation, and because she said something like, to the degree of, I wanted to believe it was you, but there's no way that my master, would become this.
Yeah.
And then Vader says, Skywalker is dead. I destroyed him. And she says,
Yeah.
and then she goes, then I will avenge his death. And he goes, revenge is not the Jedi way. And then she goes, I am no Jedi. And then
Yeah.
it was a great, it was great. And it showed like Ahsoka did learn her lessons because she was able to stand toe to toe with fucking Vader.
Nice.
So, yeah, she left the Jedi Order, but okay. When the new season comes out, you're going to see because you got to read the books, fam. You got to read the books. They're going to tell that story that she was on a mission for the Jedi Order to take out Darth Maul on Mandalore, and that's when Order 66 happened. But Rex was with her, who had already took out his control chip. Thus, he was not party to, killing her. The other ones tried to kill her, but her and Rex were able to escape. No, Ahsoka was gray. If you're going to classify her
Yeah.
as anything, she was a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
Because one of the things is she ended up she had to rebuild her lightsabers, and she was able to. They got this new thing now with with the new canon for Jedi and Sith things. For before if you remember, Piper, like Sith used to have like synthetic kyber crystals for their lightsabers.
Yeah.
Now they actually bleed a regular kyber crystal, and that means like basically pouring their negative emotions into it and makes it red.
Ooh.
And Ahsoka was able to purify a red kyber crystal, 2 of them actually, and they became white. So now she has white lightsabers.
Nice.
So let's see. They found a way to rape space rocks with the Force. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Let's see. But yeah, so that's something that may happen. Because my thing is, like, current Disney, they'll absolutely put her in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. That's true.
And it'll be awful.
Yeah. Well, it's Disney and Star
Yep.
Wars, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, moving on. This shit. Star Wars reveals first look at Sith Trooper for the Rise of Skywalker. And guys, I'm just going to let you know, the difference between a Stormtrooper and a Sith Trooper is apparently the color of their armor.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, what the hell is a Sith Trooper? Like, because...
Mm-hmm.
All right, why do they need... Because they're clearly not going to be Sith Force users.
I mean, unless it's something we don't know about, I would rather be beaten to death by blue-haired land whales with horse dildos than watch Jedi Brie. Damn.
That just kind of kills
Sith?
the whole
Okay, wait a minute.
thing.
KOTOR had Sith troopers because KOTOR, the Sith was an empire and not just, Force users. Right? There was a Sith empire. That's the difference. Can a Sith trooper... That would be funny. The Sith trooper could actually aim. Like...
Yeah, I guess that's my confusion is, are they just naming them that, or are they supposed to actually be Sith?
Mm-hmm.
And couldn't they, I don't know, try a little bit to making them look a tiny bit different instead of just coloring them red?
VR Sith troopers. I mean, yeah, it's literally a palette swap. It is not like any kind of design change or anything. It's just red Stormtrooper armor. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's see. The white lightsaber seems like a neat concept, but wait, wasn't there a dark saber? Yes, there was a dark saber that was an ancient Jedi lightsaber that was taken by the Mandalorians, and it's kind of used as like a leadership thing on Mandalore. I know way too much about this stuff, and I'm not even the biggest Star Wars fan, in all honesty.
This is so lazy, though, because this is basically... So how can we sell more toys without having to put too much money into making them?
Right.
Let's just change their color. That's that'll work.
Oh my
Sell them
God.
as a completely different toy.
Oh my God, they can shoot back retreat. All of a sudden they got good aim. We got to get the hell out of here. What's worse, K-Ren's whole thing was that he wasn't a Sith and that they were beyond the whole Jedi-Sith dynamic. Well, you know.
Wow. So we're just gonna call everything.
Well, let's think about this for a second. Do we really want to like rely on Roundhead Ryan for continuity at this point?
I just remember because we're basing some of this on Disney flat out said that all the stuff that used to be canon, the extended universe, is no longer canon. So it's even harder to predict what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Because they seem to still want to pick and choose bits from the extended universe.
Yeah, I mean, Rebels had
but Disney's first thing that made me go, what? Was the extended universe is no longer canon.
Yeah, they got rid of and then they just pick and choose. Like, they put Grand Admiral Thrawn in Rebels, which I liked. I don't, because I like Thrawn, but they should have. I think Thrawn's a very important character, and they could have used him in this, in the new, trilogy.
Yeah.
I mean, who would, okay, as far as leading a army, I'm not talking about Kylo Ren, right? You can have him, that's fine, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But instead of Rando nobody knows, how about Grand Admiral Thrawn? Like, let him be the leader of the First Order. I think that would be a much better idea, personally. And then it would kind of give a nod to those people, for the extended universe who were upset about it. They say, oh, well, at least we still got Thrawn, If it had fire on it, that would remind them of cool characters like Hot Rod from Transformers.
The other weird thing about this red armor is for some reason, like, it kind of makes them look even more tacky than the white shit, which already made them look like they were freaking wearing PVC pipes.
Yeah,
and somehow this red stuff looks like even more fakey, plasticky. I mean, I know that's an action figures picture, but...
All right, listen to this. Okay. All right. The Star Wars show described the Sith Trooper as the next evolution in the Imperial First Order soldiers and bears more modern and menacing look worthy of its namesake. I'm not finished. It's going to get even better than that. Along with the reveal of the new Trooper, they announced the character will be featured on a number of collectible items from a Funko Pop to baseball caps to Hot Toys figurines. Lucasfilm archivist Madeline Burkett discussed the new Sith Trooper. It has some really unique aesthetics to it, and it has some subtle ties to previous Stormtrooper designs, which I think fans will enjoy discovering. Yeah, it's got fucking subtle ties. It looks the exact fucking same. You dummy.
Yeah, what is this?
It's
painted red. Unique aesthetics. It's red.
It's the same fucking design except red.
But it's red now. That's a unique aesthetic.
Now I get that it's a figure and things like that, but the things that would have made this a little more unique, like, for one thing, look at these pouches on the. That why are the pouches red?
Yeah,
those pouches should be black.
That's one thing that makes it look pretty crappy. Like, that's a toy. That's still kind of lazy if you're gonna make them look better in the movie than on the toy.
Yeah. Those pouches should be black. They shouldn't be red. And I guarantee you, I'm gonna tell you a little something. They're gonna look like that in the movie too.
I was gonna say, but if you make them look like that in the movie,
it's gonna look even worse.
It's going to look like cheap action figures running around.
It's gonna look even worse.
Oh my god! Yeah. I like how they're excited about merchandise and they have like about these characters.
Yeah.
In the movie, they were.
Man, you're breaking up. Hold on. You're breaking up. Okay.
Or they just go, yeah, we're going to have these guys now. And there's going to be Funkos, and there's going to be action figures, and... Jesus.
What the hell? All right. That'll be another show. Thank you, Raptro, for linking that to me, but holy shit. I don't want... It's also something Star Wars related.
Oh no.
The new Sith Trooper will be on display at San Diego Comic-Con, along with a number of other Imperial and First Order Stormtrooper designs. It will include 9 different costumes featured in the Star Wars films. Here's a full list: Imperial Stormtrooper, TIE Pilot, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Biker Scout, First Order Stormtrooper, First Order TIE Pilot, Captain Phasma, and Sith Trooper. The Trooper armor display will also feature a photography and video component, and Star Wars promises it will feature Star Wars creators that this doesn't make any sense as a sentence. And there's the Funko Pop.
Yeah, jeez.
Pop means part of the problem, by the way. Sith Trooper Pop available. It'll be available for $15. These things cost $15. Well, it's limited.
Apparently,
edition.
those one day.
It's limited edition.
I want to know who's buying
okay.
these Sith Trooper ones.
Okay, here's the Hot Toys Sith Trooper, which is more detailed. Now, it's still the same problem, right? But I like the grooves on the helmet here. It's got a little more details.
Yeah, that gives it a little something. His packs are still freaking red, though.
Yeah, the packs are still red. Those should be black, right?
Yeah, seriously.
They should totally be black. Because like I got a friend, he loves like his colors are red and black, right? He loves red and black stuff. But he makes a good point. If you get too much red in there and not enough black, it doesn't offset as much.
Yeah.
You know? Because those are very contrasting
really, if
colors.
those packs were black right there, then...
If those packs were black and like you made this like buckle, you know, like where it buckles up a little bit like a different color too.
Yeah.
It would look a lot better, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Now, if this is a signal that they're bringing back the Sith Empire in some way, that'd be kind of cool, you know?
Not enough for me to go see the movie.
No, not enough for me to see the movie, but
maybe something. I can't believe they managed to make a Funko Pop look even cheaper than they already look.
Oh, by the way, here's a picture of the Sith Trooper, the Black Series Sith Trooper.
Stupid fucking gnat. Exactly.
But if you look at this, right? Look at the way it's posed in this package.
Wow. He looks uncomfortable, but not physically.
Right. Look at his wrist over here. Look at his wrist on the left hand here. He's just like, girl. And you know that pose I'm talking about too.
Mm-hmm.
That you get that teeth thing first. Like,
yeah.
Girl.
Why does he have a leaf blower? Black & Decker, bro.
Black & Decker. Perfect.
Oh, the kneecaps really should be black too. That would be good. That would be nice.
All right, now, yeah, here is a Sith Trooper. That's what a Sith Trooper looks like from Old Republic. And you notice it's not red. It doesn't look anything like an actual Stormtrooper.
Yeah, actually, it has a different designer.
Yep. I mean, and like I said, I prefer this. Now, if you want to like put some highlight, if you want a more representative of the Sith Empire, if you say if you're going to go whole, Sith equals red, then yeah, add some red highlights to it and shit like that. But
add some red on it.
Yeah.
But that at least looks different while still sticking to that's what modern armor is like.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it! This little gnat, I think, is trying to get in my mouth when I talk. It's pissing me.
Star Wars red shirts. Yep.
Right.
More like walking target. Cherry flavored Stormtrooper. And it's this one guy. That looks awesome. There's.
It is by the EU.
That's the joke I have with my friend. One I told you he really loves red and black aesthetic. I said somebody should never show you heavy metal, right? Like, the music, because now it's like, black and red is so awesome.
That's true. That's like every metal band's freaking color scheme.
Mm-hmm. Char Aznavour's Stormtrooper. The fucking red comet, yeah.
Sith troopers get around by riding John Deere tractors.
Dude, I would so be a Sith if that was true.
just spray paint them red.
Yeah. Well, then it would be Massey Ferguson's, or because there are red tractor brands out there. Massey Ferguson. God, oh God, I just proved how old I was, didn't I? Guys, I know about tractor brands.
I legit only know about John Deere.
Like John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Husqvarna, Mohindra. I just like that name, Mohindra. Like,
yeah, that is kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's quite a few. Charzaku had gold and black as well as all of the red. If you put gold on this dude for accents, actually, if you did do that, if you did did some gold accents on that, that would look pretty boss.
The red reminds me of Twizzlers. It does, dude,
Yeah,
because Twizzlers are like that shiny, waxy already.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like you could like eat this dude's armor. It would taste like red Twizzler.
Have you seen those commercials for Twizzlers where they're like, making like, people trying to look serious and they, dangle Twizzlers in front of their face and they're like, start smiling and then, eat the Twizzler. Do that, but with that Stormtrooper just dangling in front of her face, like, Gold, yellow, and black, best color scheme. Scorpion from MK is proof. Yeah. Because gold and yellow, they're so starkly different. I mean, it's like almost, except, it's like one step from white and black, as far as contrast goes. And if done right, it looks really good,
Yeah.
I just think they went too far with the red. And
there's too much red, and it makes them look cheap, tacky, Twizzlery.
Didn't have them grab it and bite their head off. Yeah, the Twizzlers. Yeah. All right. So let's get to our final topic of the night. Oh, that's Piper's. This is IndieWire. Hold on. Let me find the. Where's the article? Did I close the article? I did. Well, just open it back up. Okay. Tim Miller says Terminator Dark Fate will scare the fuck out of the misogynistic internet trolls.
It's a movie, so scary.
This face does not scare me at all. This face gives me disgust.
Honestly, the face just looks like it's trying way too hard to be intimidating.
Right?
Please be scared of me.
Yeah. Ma'am, please. Mackenzie Davis, Linda Hamilton, and Natalie Reyes are front and center in Paramount's upcoming Terminator reboot.
Oh, God.
Major franchises such as Ghostbusters and Star Wars have been targeted by misogynistic internet trolls in recent years for prominently featuring female characters in leading roles. That is not why they've been targeted by...
That is shill for bombed.
Yeah. They targeted they targeted Ghostbusters because it was garbage, and they're targeting Star Wars because it's becoming garbage.
Yep.
James Cameron Terminator franchise has been long dominated by one of cinema's greatest female characters, Sarah Connor. And the upcoming reboot, Terminator Dark Fate, triples down on leading women by casting Hamilton opposite Mackenzie Davis and Natalie Reyes. Trolls started... exactly. Trolls started bashing the film the minute Paramount debuted key art depicting all three women together. For director Tim Miller, the misogynistic backlash is meaningless. Well, for one thing, your Terminator does not look like a woman. The woman who's playing the Terminator does not look like a woman. I'm sorry.
It looks kind of like you have a young boy Terminator.
Yeah. In fact, that's what I thought it was at first when I first watched it. I'm like, is this a boy?
Yeah. Young man, like 16-year-old boy Terminator.
Joke's on you, Miller. I wasn't going to see it anyway. You fucking ass munch. Damn, Mata. Just
I like how they're like, it's gonna scare these trolls, and it's like, yeah, that's how you're not making money, though. I guess, like, if that's your goal, then that's a lot of people's money you're not getting.
Mm-hmm. Miller,
we made this specifically to shit on moviegoers.
Miller, who broke out in Hollywood after directing Deadpool, recently spoke with Variety ahead of bringing Terminator Dark Fate to Comic-Con later this month. The filmmaker said Mackenzie's cyborg character, Grace, will be enough to get misogynistic internet trolls shaking in their boots. Like,
so dumb.
Let me arrange my desk here real quick so things
so that you can
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go. All right. Everything look good? Okay. What the fuck does that mean?
It means fuck you, people that actually go to movies.
Right.
Want your money.
Yeah, I'm not going to sorry if I'm not like what the who gets scared going
How is a movie supposed to scare? I don't know. Yeah, I just really.
Yeah. Have they forgotten the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
I was about to say, what about Sarah Connor Chronicles? God damn it!
That's a kind of a tongue twister. And Summer Glau played, a Terminator. Yeah, she was there's already been a female Terminator, and she was really good at it. It was actually a good show.
Yeah. I hope plenty of people are bringing that up because that was a good show, and it did the whole what these people are trying to brag about doing.
And also, there was a female Terminator in T3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but she was there.
The River Tam Terminator. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
she was good
I remember
at
when it came out because they called her Terminator.
Yeah.
Because she basically went from was it Firefly?
Yeah.
So she went from Firefly to doing Sarah Connor Chronicles, and people just made that immediate connection.
In a way, she kind of played the same character, only one was a robot.
Mm-hmm.
But it works. I mean, she's good at it.
Mm-hmm. This is what desperate control freaks do with other people's money. Yep.
Mm.
But those didn't tackle the sci-fi topics of illegal immigration from Mexico. If they're expecting that shit to scare me, they got some big shoes to fill. The T-1000 was more frightening, and you couldn't even tell that son of a bitch wasn't human until it was too late. That's true. T-1000 was scary as shit.
I can't even watch the original Terminator movies.
Why is that?
Robot shit.
You don't like robots?
I can't fucking do it. I don't know what it is. I can't do robot shit. So I made it like partially through the first one and then just got a synopsis from everybody else.
Guys, I didn't know until today that Piper is a fucking communist.
What?
You said you don't like robot shit. That offends my sensibilities, dude. What the?
Well, no, you know what's weird though? It's something about robotics in general and AI creeps me the fuck out. At the same time, freaking Data from Next Generation was my favorite character on Next Generation. But anytime that they dealt with like where they made it very obvious like malfunctions or they had his head opened up or whatever and was like doing shit and then it would creep me out and I would get a little bit heebie-jeebie like, and I can do super animated ones like cartoony.
Yeah, apparently Seth says Data and Johnny Five are the only robots you're not scared of.
Actually, the freaking both of the Short Circuit movies creep me the fuck out.
Wow.
But I still liked Johnny Five. So the freaking movies themselves, I will watch them because I like Johnny Five.
God, she looks like the body armor only Leon mod from RE2 remake. That's,
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
When your selling point is like, hey, you look like that male character from the video games.
It does. That's what I was trying to think of. Where I was like, I swear the picture. I was like, I swear I know this from some.
Let me. He said he dropped it in Discord. Let me take a look. Oh my God! Yeah.
I can't do, dude. I can't do iRobot, man.
Now, iRobot was kind of creepy. Like,
yeah, I couldn't get very far in iRobot. You know, the Alien franchise, fucking, what's his ass? Fucking creeped me the hell out. The aliens were fine. I was fine with the alien. Yeah, it is. I was fine with the aliens. I was not okay with the android.
Let's see. Another thing, T2 had better CG and the film was from the 80s or 90s. Like, I appreciate movies who had less, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Less better CG compared to today because they made it look good for that time. And it wasn't obvious. You know what I mean? Like, they used a lot of, like, you know, it was cinematography and things like that to make it look really good. Watch Return to Oz, Piper. I don't think
I started to.
If I was with your robophobia, how do you get through a Star Wars movie before the franchise went to shit?
That's the other one that I don't understand is that the droids in Star Wars did not bother me. Despite how super robot-y they look. For some reason, they didn't bother me. Just like cartoon
Here's
robots.
the funny thing, folks. Piper's read through the script for Midnight Cowboy, and she loved Carl.
Yeah.
Carl was her favorite character right off the bat, which is kind of what we were trying to go for. But it's just it's funny that, you know, she says she has a problem with AI, and yet you literally got an AI who's suicidal, and she's like, "This is great."
That's because I'm not on that boat, so I'm good. No. But AI, it's messing with AI, like, for real. But also, just the movies and stuff that explore, like, you know, AI is becoming self-aware and deciding humans are obsolete, all that good shit.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or, you know, malfunctions in general. I'm like, I can't fucking do it. So, but yeah, for some reason, Carl, he's fucking great. I think that's because in comics I can do it because it's basically the same as saying cartoon in a way.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at drawings, and I think that's why it doesn't mess with me.
I've always said if there was ever going to be an adaptation of something I created, I'd want it probably just to be animated, because the thing is like you're never, in my opinion, unless it's really good, you're not every casting can be Robert Downey Jr., you know?
Yeah.
As Tony Stark. So that's why I say I'd rather just be animated and then find a good voice to go with that character instead of you know, trying to find a actor that looks like the character that you drew or, you know, created or something like that, you know? Because I just don't, you're not going to find it. You know what I mean? You're not going to find it. Okay.
And just not everything needs to be live action. Disney's kind of killing that for me anyway. Like wanting to see something live action.
All right, hold on. Let me read this. If you're at all enlightened, she'll play like gangbusters. If you're a closet misogynist, she'll scare the fuck out of you because she's tough and strong but very feminine.
That's totally why we didn't know she was a chick.
I'm just, I don't know if you can see it on my screen. You'll probably see it on the screen in a minute, but I'm just like rotating my mouse around her face.
Yeah. She looks like the freaking Resident Evil picture if he was like 16.
Well, you know, even if you look at the Resident Evil picture, it's close.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really close.
It looks just like that. Just, you know, slimming it down to, you know, when he's a kid. And there it is, right there.
Yeah. That's all right. Let's see what else he's got to say. Bill said, "We did not trade certain gender traits for others. She's just very strong, and that frightens some dudes. You can see online the responses of some of the early shit that's out there. Trolls on the internet. I don't give a fuck. He cares immensely."
Yeah.
Because if he didn't care, he wouldn't say anything, right?
I like how he's like, it's just trolls on the internet. And I'm like, all right, just remember how those movies did, though.
Yeah, right now, Dark Fate's not looking much better than Genesis. Just saying. Paramount's official trailer for Terminator Dark Fate featured no shortage of female characters being total badasses. The highlight of the clip features Hamilton's Sarah Connor firing a bazooka in order to defeat an evolved new Terminator cyborg played by Diego Boneta. Why is the foreigner got to be the bad guy? Man, wait, okay. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to?
They're trying to turn all the attention on this
this
bullshit so that nobody sees that they're racist.
While Dark Fate also features the return of franchise veteran Arnold Schwarzenegger, the focus is on a new generation of female characters. Dark Fate marks Davis's first leading role in a major studio action movie after having small supporting roles in Denis Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049 and Ridley Scott's The Martian. Miller said that Davis's character Grace plays the protector role in Dark Fate, similar to Kyle Reese in the original film. The main difference is that, unlike Kyle, Grace is also a cyborg. No fucking shit. No fucking shit.
What a twist!
Yeah, like we didn't know from the mannerisms and everything else that was the robot, right? It's a painful life, and they're scarred, and it takes a lot of drugs to combat the pain of what's been done to them. They don't live a long time, Miller said of the character. It's a very sacrificial role. They risk death to save others, and from the very first suggestion, it was always a woman. We had to look for someone who has the physicality, but I am very sensitive to actors. I didn't just want a woman who could physically fit the role, but emotionally as well. Mackenzie really wanted to do it. She came after the role. She worked harder than anybody. She's a fucking Terminator! Why do they have to take drugs?
What the hell?
I give up. I'm done.
This is the reboot, so they're gonna completely fuck this.
Guys, it's not just Genesis. It's fucking Terminator Salvation. You know, where they had the guy who was like half cyborg, and he was all like, he got killed. He thought he was dead, and he wakes up and he's like, "What the fuck am I?" kind of thing. So they corrupted John Connor. Skynet won.
From the start, we decided this bitch had to die. And suffer and die.
Mata. You know what? Arnold was less obvious. If I saw her in the battlefield, I'd go shoot that robot.
Right?
Now, it's too bad Cab wasn't here tonight because I can hear it now because when he saw you got to take drugs, I'm just like, now I'm just imagining Terminator snorting coke. Yeah, all of this is essentially, they're combining Genesis with Salvation. That's what they're doing. Because Salvation had the character, that wasn't, obviously not Arnold. That was a half cyborg. It was kind of like the first try at a cyborg human type thing. And, that shit, and he became, he started like working with the Resistance and all that bullshit. And then with Genesis, it was all just, more timey-wimey bullshit where the Terminator was really old, It's because of Salvation that Skynet and the humans make peace. Yeah. It's like, look, we'll stop fucking with you if you stop fucking with us. How's that? All right. We have come to a understanding. Dear Lord. What is said here, the movie is going to do badly. My take from this is that the movie is more about having women in the roles and about robots going back in time to kill John Connor. Yes!
Exactly. They just made that clear.
The
The second you freaking do that as your freaking marketing ploy, you're done.
Mm-hmm. The character described in this article already exists. She's called Sarah Connor. Every single Terminator movie, barring the one with Christian Bale, has had a strong female co-lead. Saying stuff like this is completely unnecessary and feels like even they don't have faith in the product. So you lay the groundwork to blame the movie. That's the thing. Unlike the other movies, they're already blaming its failures.
Yeah.
They're already blaming its failures on the, quote, trolls, you know?
Yeah, the other ones at least waited for people to be like, "Wow, looks like it sucks." Like they waited for people to look at to see the trailer and
Like I saw
and then start blaming them preemptively.
I saw a thing from Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers today where he was there was this guy talking about how the people like the Phantom Menace have ruined Star Wars because of their attitude and blah blah. I was like, okay, wait a minute. Let me think about this. A group of people who get together and have fun to make fun of a franchise that they once loved versus people who go out of their way, even in the face of the death of somebody in somebody's family, to defend brand.
Yeah.
Now, who's the robots here? You know?
Yes. Seriously.
Talking about, it's like a cult. I'm like, it's a cult, huh? Get out of here. Like I said, they're actually blaming. They're already blaming their failures. They haven't even failed yet. They already know they're gonna fucking.
This is clearly a fail right here.
Yeah. Well, this is already gonna fuck up. So let's use it to push agendas. You know.
Yep.
Salvation in Genesis were more like a filler plot holes outcome of John Connor's future, either as a corrupted cyborg or a fighting hero soldier. Salvation and Genesis are like Mass Effect Control or Destroy endings at this point. Yeah. Guess it won't be on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right?
It's like, well, we can't have that on there. Yeah. Enlightened, prominent, strong female leads. You say this as if you're the first, and as if we haven't been loving these movies for a decade now. Guess you don't read troll comments like that closely to understand the context, but of course that requires some, quote, enlightenment.
Oh, nice. Raptro's got a picture for us.
But he put something else.
That's creepy fucking shit, though. God damn it. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on. I like the wide. The eyes are perfect. Like,
yeah.
He's just staring down. Like,
creepy ass robot, some bitch.
He's just staring it down. It's like, I can't wait.
Hey, if you become a patron, you too can give us random pictures to show. Yeah.
They sure the shills the way they look. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was great. Let's see. Where was? Let's go back to the article because I'm liking the comments here. Pushing a narrative and focus on it being enlightened wasn't needed for the Terminator franchise or Star Wars. Apparently, you can't tell a story and therefore blame misogynistic people for your failure. To tell a good story, and more than the majority won't care about sex or sexual orientation. Make it all about with that with no real story and just blame everyone for being misogynistic. Yep. Way to kick off the marketing with a divisive message. This movie will flop. They said flip. This movie is so bad it didn't flop, it flipped. It flipped back out of the theater. Right into the DVD bargain bin. Great. Already laying the groundwork to label people they don't like the movie misogynistic trolls. I don't care about misogynistic trolls. I just want a good film. Cross his fingers.
Guys, John Connor.
Guys, I'm not confident in this confident in this movie. Just letting you know. So given that Hollywood's been race bending the fuck out of everything recently, is it going to be the Terminator movie that turns John Connor into Juan Connor?
Yeah.
What if Terminators are just where robots who transform when under duress? I'm gonna leave the cocaine Terminator up until we sign off because that's just funny. Like he's just staring at it. I just love that stare. He's like, yeah. The teeth are freaky on that thing. Look at that.
I was gonna say, I think the thing that's like fucks me up more is the boss.
Yeah, the teeth are freaking me out. So, I think that's going to be the end of the night.
John Connor isn't a redhead. They won't race. True.
They getting ratioed already. What a surprise! Yeah. I think a robot could be a werewolf if it were a transformer. Well, we got transformers that turn to wolves. The beast wars, the Maximals, Predacons.
Yeah, see, that's not a werewolf. That is a transformer that turns into a wolf. Yeah. Werewolf is man wolf. Mm-hmm. You gotta actually be, like human.
Humanoid flesh. Gotta be fleshy.
Yeah.
Gotta have squishy parts. And now Mr. Roboto by Styx. That's we need Turbo to come in and play that. He starts playing Mr. Roboto.
Just pops in.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Well, anyway, I think that's a good time as any to fucking call it a night. We appreciate everybody once again. We have reset up the Patreon. If you're interested and you want to contribute to that, feel free. It is in the description below. I will be working on a subscribe star tomorrow. For anybody who doesn't want to deal with Patreon, that's fine. You will have that option. There will be hopefully be an update on the website tomorrow as well. If not, that will be Friday. Either way, everything is going to plan. Like I said, there will be a video explaining all that sometime soon. And when that happens, then people will hopefully have a better understanding of what I'm trying to do, because I was trying last night, but it seemed to get jumbled a little bit. So maybe we can spell it out.
And remember, if you go through Patreon or Subscribe Star, you have the chance to get access to where Raptro's been giving us stuff to show.
Sending us crazy stuff for the show. Yeah.
Yeah. So while we're live on stream, you'll be in the rooms where we do that shit.
Exactly. So yeah. All right then. Well, like I said, we had a good night. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye.